There are men who pass through a woman's life like a season, briefly felt and quickly forgotten. And then there are men who leave a mark so deep that even years later their presence still echoes in her memory. Not because of money, not because of looks, not because of status, but because of something far rarer, something that touches the core of who she is. Long after conversations fade and time moves on, she still remembers how he made her feel. Tonight we are talking about those qualities, the ones that cannot be faked, the ones women never forget. If you have them, you are unforgettable. If you don't, no amount of effort can replace them. Welcome to Mind Unmasked, where we strip away illusions and talk about human nature, relationships, and inner strength without sugarcoating reality. This is not about manipulation or tricks. This is about becoming a man whose presence stays with a woman even when he is no longer around. Listen closely, because this is not surface-level advice. This goes deeper than most people are willing to admit. The first quality women never forget is emotional safety, not excitement, not drama, safety. A man who makes a woman feel safe emotionally becomes a reference point in her mind. Emotional safety means she can speak without fear of being mocked, dismissed, or punished for honesty. It means she does not have to walk on eggshells around your mood. It means your reactions are stable, grounded, and mature. When a woman feels emotionally safe, her nervous system relaxes. She can be herself without pretending. That feeling is rare, and when she experiences it, it imprints deeply. Even after the relationship ends, her mind remembers the calm she felt around you, and that memory is powerful. Another unforgettable quality is quiet confidence, not loud confidence, not arrogance. Quiet confidence is the kind that does not need validation. You do not brag. You do not compete unnecessarily. You are comfortable in your skin. You know who you are and where you are going. Women sense this immediately. Quiet confidence creates trust because it signals stability. It tells her that you are not trying to prove yourself to the world. You already know your value. This kind of confidence lingers in memory because it made her feel secure, not pressured. Consistency is another quality women never forget. Many men start strong and fade quickly. They show effort in the beginning and disappear emotionally over time. A consistent man is different. He shows up when he says he will. His words match his actions. His energy does not suddenly change without explanation. Consistency builds emotional reliability, and emotional reliability creates deep attachment. Even if things end, she remembers that you were dependable, and that memory stands out against a world full of unpredictability. Women also never forget a man who truly listens. Not the kind of listening where you wait for your turn to speak, but the kind where you are fully present. You remember details. You understand emotions behind words. You respond thoughtfully instead of defensively. Feeling truly heard is rare. When a woman feels understood without having to over-explain herself, it creates a bond that time cannot erase. Long after the relationship ends, she remembers that with you, she felt seen. Integrity is another unforgettable trait. Integrity means you do the right thing even when it costs you. You are honest even when honesty is uncomfortable. You do not manipulate, lie, or twist the truth to protect your ego. A man with integrity creates deep respect, and respect is something women never forget. Even if attraction fades, respect remains. And respect keeps your name alive in her mind long after emotions cool down. A man who respects boundaries is also unforgettable. This includes her boundaries and his own. You do not pressure. You do not guilt. You do not cross lines to get what you want. Respecting boundaries communicates maturity and self-control. It tells her you value her autonomy. That kind of respect is rare, and once experienced, it becomes a standard she compares others to. Men who violate boundaries are forgotten or remembered with regret. Men who honor them are remembered with clarity. Another powerful quality is emotional strength. Emotional strength does not mean suppressing feelings. It means handling them responsibly. You do not explode, collapse, or blame others for your emotional state. You take ownership. You self-regulate. When a woman sees that you can handle pressure without falling apart, she associates you with stability. That association stays in her memory because it made her feel protected, not burdened. Women never forget a man who inspired growth. This is not about control. It is about encouragement. You supported her goals. You believed in her potential. You challenged her gently, but honestly. You made her think deeper, dream bigger, and see herself differently. Growth-based connections leave a lasting imprint because they change who a person becomes. Even if she moves on, a part of her growth is connected to you, and that connection does not disappear. Presence is another unforgettable quality. Real presence. When you were with her, you were actually there, not distracted by your phone, not half listening, not emotionally checked out. Presence communicates value. It says this moment matters. You matter. That feeling of being fully chosen in a moment is deeply memorable. Many men are physically present but mentally absent. A man who is fully present stands out immediately. Humility is another trait women never forget. You can admit when you are wrong. You can apologize without excuses. You do not need to win every argument. Humility creates emotional intimacy because it removes fear. It tells her she does not have to be perfect around you. That environment of acceptance is rare and deeply memorable. A sense of purpose is also unforgettable. This does not mean having everything figured out. It means moving in a direction. You have values. You have principles. You are building something meaningful to you. A man without direction feels unstable. A man with purpose feels anchored. Women remember men who made them feel like they were walking beside someone who knew where he was going, even if the path was still unfolding. Another quality women never forget is kindness without expectation. You were kind not to earn points, not to manipulate, not to keep score. You were kind because it was who you are. Genuine kindness leaves a deep emotional trace. It changes how a woman views men. Even after the relationship ends, she remembers that kindness as proof that it exists. Women also remember men who did not try to own them. You allowed her freedom. You trusted without control. You did not monitor, restrict, or dominate. That freedom creates respect. Respect turns into admiration. Admiration lasts far longer than infatuation. A man who allows freedom is remembered as strong, not weak. One of the most powerful qualities is self-respect. You did not tolerate disrespect. You did not beg for attention. You did not chase validation. You knew when to walk away. Self-respect creates a powerful impression because it signals value. Women remember men who valued themselves enough to set standards. That memory stays because it challenges others by comparison. Finally, women never forget how you handled endings. Whether the relationship ended gently or painfully, how you behaved at the end matters. Did you become bitter, cruel, or manipulative? Or did you remain respectful, calm, and dignified? Endings shape memory more than beginnings. A man who exits with grace is remembered with respect, even if the relationship did not last. The truth is, women do not remember men for what they promised. They remember men for how they made them feel about themselves. Safe, valued, respected, inspired, understood. These qualities are not tactics. They are character, and character cannot be faked for long. If you recognize yourself in these qualities, understand this: you are rare, and if you don't yet embody them, the good news is that they can be developed through self-awareness, discipline, and inner work. Becoming unforgettable is not about chasing women. It is about becoming a man whose presence leaves a positive imprint. This is what Mind Unmasked is about. Not illusions, not shortcuts, but truth, growth, and strength. If this message resonated with you, carry it forward. Become the man whose absence is felt, not because of pain, but because of the value you brought into someone's life. And remember, real power is not being remembered by everyone. It is being unforgettable to the ones who truly knew you.